President Putin of Russia meets with Burkina Faso's military leader amid Niger crisis. Bagam. I am telling you that anything that involves the French, the Germans, and the United States, all those Western countries that are practicing democracy, Putin is always against them. And so, for Putin to go to the to Burkina Faso, okay, to meet with the military leader there, obviously is to tender his support. And it's going to be very corny and technical about it. That is the truth. Because it's going to be a war between Russia, the communists, and the Democrats. That is how it's going to be, which is obviously the East and the West. Okay, so the way things are going is going to be a very delicate one, and I'm sure United Nations would have seen that Putin went to Burkina Faso and to meet other French-speaking nations that are under military rule. Okay, because Putin himself is militant, and this is going to be the war between the communist countries and the democratic countries in the world, which is obviously between the East and the West. This is a very serious one. Okay. Politics Nigeria reports that the details of the meeting, okay, were not clear, but there was speculation that it was part of Putin's plan to meet with French-speaking West African countries ruled by the military. A short clip of the meeting was posted on social media by Jackson Hinkle, who wrote, Putin held a private meeting with the world's youngest leader, Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. That is good. Traore is the leader of the Burkina Faso BAFTA, becoming the interim leader of the African country following the coup on September 30, 2022, which ousted interim President Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba. Okay, Mali and Burkina Faso have pledged their support to Niger as the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, issued a one-week ultimatum to the junta to reinstate ousted President Mohamed Bazoum. The deadline elapsed on Sunday, and the ECOWAS leaders said they would converge again on Thursday at Abuja to decide on their next move. There's nothing they will be able to do about it. I just speak in English. Now that the Russia has shown interest, directly or indirectly, in the Niger Republic, the West will tread carefully. When Russia invaded Ukraine, the West were making noise, and meanwhile, Russia remained adamant and defiant and continued to bomb Ukraine. Today, Ukraine is scattered, and the West also pledged their support for Ukraine, that they will help. But then, it did not alleviate the suffering of Ukrainians till tomorrow. So there's all these ones, United Nations or AU or ECOWAS, all of them are going to Niger to discuss with the military coupists. It's just a waste of time the way I see it. This is a very serious one. So for Russia, Putin to have gone to Burkina Faso to meet the military leader there, and with the military leader in Burkina Faso and Mali pledging their support for Niger, declaring that if ECOWAS enters Niger using military intervention, then it will be a declaration of war, and they will be ready to fight it, and they will start by pulling away from their membership of the ECOWAS. It means that Niger will definitely be getting support from other nations against ECOWAS and against anybody that will violate the condition of Niger as at this moment. This is a very serious one, and the world need to tread carefully. If not, it will just destroy Niger Republic. And if Nigeria enters there or lead military into Niger the way they led into Liberia in those days, it means that they want to suffer Nigeria the more. And it will be double war, because already both Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger Republic have all their people as members of Boko Haram and ISWAP already in Nigerian forest. So it will be a double war, both internal and external. Coupled with the fact that Nigeria, they say they are broke. So where would they have money to go and fight war in Niger? Because obviously the other ECOWAS states will not provide anything. They will leave Nigeria to provide all the funds and all that is required, the resources to go and fight over there. It will be a very terrible one for Nigeria. Okay. So let's see a few comments that we have here concerning the visit of Putin to Burkina Faso. It's a very clear one to show that Russia might be supporting that coup in Niger Republic from the back end. Putin is making all plans to deal with the Western powers through African countries that France controls. If France lost grip of their source of economic depot, America will also feel the impact. That is it. It's a key one. My thought too, Putin is trying to make friends with enemies of the West because France is already losing hold because the eyes of the people are now open that France is totally running them down economically by taking 85% of their resources, and the Francophones are only entitled to 15%, which is unacceptable. Exactly. Unacceptable. Is America not really behind all this? Why will the Vice President of America phone Tinubu immediately the coup in Niger happened? African rulers should watch it and not allow the continent be destroyed by the West. The West and America are African problems, definitely not Eastern Europe. Exactly. Exactly. So we really need to be very, very careful here. Okay. With all the Tinubu did to win election, the Vice President of United States, Kamala Harris, came to Ghana and went back without visiting Nigeria, and now went back to the U.S. and made a phone call from U.S. to Tinubu. Okay. And all that did not make sense. Up to today, the President of the United States has not congratulated Tinubu, but immediately the coup took place in Niger. They called Tinubu to push him to go to war. That is crazy. Okay. Somebody say, I see world war through this Niger, if not treated with care. World war not they come anywhere. Everybody thought that with what Russia is doing in Ukraine, that world war would have started from there. It didn't happen. America did not mess up with Russia because they know what Russia and China can do if they combine effort. They will ground America and UK immediately. They know that. So they are very, very careful. The world war cannot come through Niger Republic. It's just too small for that to happen. They will just leave Niger Republic and the Francophone countries to fight dirty with Nigeria. That is all. All of them are fighting for their own selfish purpose. Exactly. Even the unconstitutional leaders who are imposing themselves to their citizens like Nigeria, Mali, Burkina Faso, all of them all of them are talking. Okay, Putin wants to control Africa through military. We will see how it goes. This may be the beginning of World War. Then there's not like World War. If World War could not start in Ukraine, between Ukraine and Russia, World War not they start anywhere at all. Somebody say, I'm very sure this will leak Burkina suffer to early grave of eating with satanic persons, and Niger should be deported back to their country out of West African states. Nothing will happen. Already, the people in northern Nigeria have warned Tinubu that people of Niger are their brothers and their sisters. They intermarry. And so there should be nothing like show of force in Niger Republic. Okay? That is it. Somebody say, oh, Sophia, no, that I don't understand. Okay? So that is the state we are seeing here, that, Putin secretly visited this man in Burkina Faso. Okay, and I'm sure all of this is to lead to their support for the military coup in Niger Republic. For Niger Republic to still stand their ground, and for Burkina Faso and Mali to still stand their ground, they must have a global power supporting them from somewhere. And this may not be too far from either China or from Russia. And we are seeing it clearly from Russia as we speak. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment in this matter.